On the Rocks with Mallie Fox strongly discourages drinking and driving. Please do not operate any vehicle while impaired. Please give your keys to someone responsible or hire the services of someone who can get you safely to where you need to go. So please don't drink and drive. However, drinking and online shopping is totally acceptable. Who doesn't love getting a 2-day delivery of Laser Cat koozies?
It's been a hard day. Time to kick back, relax, and prepare a cocktail. Preferably one that is on the rocks with Mallie Fox.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to On the Rocks with Mallie Fox. I'm Mallie, and across from me is Timmy D.
Hiya.
Yeah, also known as Tim Dennis.
That's me.
I know, I always call you Timmy, and I don't know if that's professional or not.
It is. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
So anyway, welcome to our second episode. Tim, what do you think so far?
I like it. Mm-hmm. I like it a lot. Actually, a lot of people like it a lot. We were out at Michigan Paracon and a lot of good responses.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And in fact, I think I shouldn't put this out there because I think we had too many good responses and no negative responses. So this time we're not going to do the Hold My Drink segment because we haven't had any negative comments.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong, please. Because I don't like negative comments, but for our shtick, we kind of need some.
Yeah. It'd be nice to get one or two.
Mm-hmm. So, except we did have one thumbs down.
Did we?
Did you see that? Yes.
No, I didn't.
We had one thumbs down on I'm drawing a blank. YouTube.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that'll happen.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, everyone has the right to their opinion.
Yeah. I mean,
so,
not everybody loves you.
I know.
I mean, not you personally, Mallie. Everybody loves you, not everybody loves me. That's
yeah. But anyway, so any comments, whether it be good or bad, or any questions you want us to answer on air, just send it to us, email us at ontherocksradio@gmail.com. And that's rocks, R-O-X.
There you go.
It almost sounds like I'm slurring already.
Well, we're working on it.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Yeah. And the reason why is because we are doing another cocktail from this book, The Mixology of Astrology. We are now in the Leos. And I know that Leo, the astrological sign, already happened, but we're a little bit behind. And I thought it would be just easier for us to start from Cancer last time and move our way up.
There you go.
So, but we are drinking the Fortune Teller. What do you think so far?
Oh, well, it's let's put it this way. It's got a nice cherry flavor to it.
Uh-huh.
And it's got a nice burning sensation like paint thinner.
A nicer way of saying it is it warms the belly.
Oh, that's what it is. Right. Right you are, Mallie, right you are. Yes.
That's how we do it. It's a fancy cocktail. Mm-hmm. But it's called the Fortune Teller.
Actually, it's not that. It doesn't burn that bad. It's very nice.
Good if you like tequila.
Yeah.
Now, the funny thing is that, okay, so I'm in Minnesota right now visiting. Mm-hmm. And because I live in Michigan. Mm-hmm. So I hit the parents' liquor cabinet.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my parents have 4 or 5 shelves, big shelves.
Wait a minute. Do they know you hit their liquor?
I actually asked permission this time.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Not like the high school days where you fill it up with water. Maybe they won't notice. But so my parents have this huge liquor area downstairs and not one single bottle silver tequila.
Really?
They had 5 or 6 bottles of tequila, but gold.
What is up with Mr. Fox? I figured you would have the silver stuff in there.
I know. My parents entertain. My mom's pulling out all these other bottles. Nope, not this, not this. And if anyone was to ever visit, they would think my parents had a serious problem. So, but not one bottle of liquor. So I had I should say tequila. So I had to go to the store and supply my own.
Oh my gosh.
I know. But, so let's get on with this. So it's called the Fortune Teller.
Yes. Yeah.
And it says, do you know that the iconic Miss Cleo was a Leo? Kind of rhymes there, eh?
What?
I know. Poetry in motion.
Huh.
Those psychic abilities are traditionally associated with water signs. Who else could possibly play the role of a fortune teller better than a Leo? These celestial lions are the most theatrical sign of the zodiac, and their larger-than-life personalities are perfectly suited for our dramatics performed over a glowing crystal ball. The fortune teller cocktail is an ideal accessory for aspiring Leo starlets. The spellbinding beverage mixes tequila with sherry and cherry liqueur, creating a completely enchanting elixir. Though it can't promise clairvoyance, after a few sips, Leos surely will be glowing. So for a serving of 1, which we did a serving of 4.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
For serving of 1, you have 1.5 ounces of silver tequila, 1 ounce of sherry, and we did a sweet sherry instead of a dry sherry. 1 ounce of cherry liqueur, and a lemon peel for garnish. So you combine all the ingredients except for the garnish in a mixing glass filled with ice, stir and strain into a rocks glass with 1 large ice cube, add lemon peel to garnish, and a fog machine for an extra dramatic effect.
Ooh.
I know, I didn't have any fog machines.
I don't either.
That would have been so much fun.
Yeah. You know who does have a fog machine?
Who?
The CEO of iHeartRadio. He has it in his office.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird story. Would you like to hear it real quick?
Yes, I would. I would love to hear this.
It is related to the fortune teller somewhat. When we were I've had a few sips.
Have another sip.
Yeah, I've had a few sips of the fortune teller already. When we were at iHeartRadio, we were over there doing Darkness Radio. There was a year where they were telling everybody that they weren't quite getting the raises they were expecting.
Okay.
And the new CEO was in for iHeartRadio, and he had just come over, and there was a bunch of pomp and circumstance, and the fact that he had been the CEO over at Disney and over at MTV. I won't name his name, by the way. And they said, "Oh yes, now we're going to be rebuilding and we're going to get that stock price up, and things are going to be hunky dory, and things are looking up, but we're all going to have to tighten our belts."
Okay,
that was the story,
right?
So we were like, okay, we're all ready to tighten our belts, and then came the story through the pipeline, and eventually the story was put into a national publication.
Oh.
That the new CEO, as you walk down the hall to his office, had installed a new fog machine and laser light show.
I was going to ask you if you had laser lights.
Yeah. And it had cost something outrageous into the tens of thousands of dollars for this little display in his office. So we were all tightening, though. We were going without basics in our break rooms and stuff, so that our head honcho
could do a laser light show basically in the hallway.
Yeah, but we were told that it was necessary to entertain high powered clients. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's nice that the I don't want to call you like little ones, but the
you can
the workers,
the peons.
Yeah, peons is so negative.
We
is he still there?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. He we suffered for our art, Mallie, and
right.
Yeah, we did our thing, and I never did get to see that laser light show and fog machine.
Our problem was that we worked at night.
Well, this wasn't locally. This was national.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the one that was
not
at the station, because I was like, it was always Skeleton Crew when we were there.
Right. No, I actually there was a local. He wasn't really a CEO, but he was the local head of iHeart Minneapolis who retired a few years back. We loved him to death. He was a huge champion for Darkness Radio. He was a good guy. So he's not the one who had the fog machine in the laser lights. He was a good guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was the one who said if it were up to him, he would have brought us on full time and paid us.
I know, I didn't get paid.
Yeah, we're still working on that.
Oh, thanks. I was going to say, can I get it in the rears? But that sounds bad.
Well,
which leads us to a segment further on down the road, which we'll get to later. I should do this disclaimer that our show is not appropriate for young ears. So we do use adult language, and Yeah, the stuff we talk about is not really for kids, so just a heads up.
And NSFW, not safe for work. So
yeah, not safe for work, so don't have it on your speaker or...
yeah, don't be playing it out loud in the office, because there is some stuff that'll especially air today that's not safe for the work environment. That's for sure.
So, well, I know that we're drinking right now, but has your liver recovered from Michigan Paracon?
Barely. Yeah, it's, but it was a great time, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, those guys really know how to put on a shindig.
Oh my gosh.
I sound like my grandfather, but
a shindig.
A shindig.
Those skip scallywags put on a show.
They really know how to party.
They do. Youpers, the whole group of Youpers and Tim Ellis and Brad Blair, they did an awesome job with Michigan Paracon.
Everyone,
10.
Yeah. It was so much fun, and I really love going. And this was the 10th anniversary, so they had some big names out there. And it's just, I swear though, it's like each year I need to get there earlier and earlier. So before it was like you could arrive like on Thursday, maybe Friday, and now it's like you got to come in on Tuesday, basically.
I know.
Because things start early.
Unfortunately, I got flown in on Thursday, so it was a short stay, but it was a wonderful stay. I tell you, I lived it up. I don't think I slept very much at all.
The only problem that happened that I saw, well, I was a part of, well, I didn't really cause the problem, so I shouldn't say a part of, but
a problem you were part of
is because they have limited flights into town, into the Sault Ste. Marie area.
Right.
And so if you miss that flight or something goes wrong, bad weather, mechanical problems, there's not really another flight that's going to get you there the same day.
Yep.
So it was Chip Coffey's birthday.
Oh, yes.
And they had planned a surprise party. So we all got there early. I arrived like Wednesday morning with a bunch of people. And I think there was about 40 like guests and speakers and stuff like that were supposed to be on this plane. And I think there was a mechanical problem. I think at first they said it was weather, but then it was mechanical. And so the flight never came in. So you had all of these people at a restaurant ready for a surprise birthday party for Chip, and he didn't come.
Oh.
He didn't show up because of the flight.
I know he wasn't happy either.
I know.
Yeah. Well, Chip's been going through a lot, too.
Yes.
He recently was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic, and
Correct.
And it's a huge transition for him, especially later in life, to be hit with all this stuff. And they didn't exactly hit him with just, take a pill and you'll be fine and adjust your diet. They actually gave him the full Monty of insulin and all that. So it was a lot to take in for his first few weeks.
Yeah. And then, so I think they ended up a bunch of people ended up doing carpools or renting cars. So they made it like after the party or the following day. So I felt bad for everyone. But so we had a surprise party without him.
Oh.
Yeah. But there's a really cool cigar bar that's brand new downtown Sault Ste. Marie. And that's a really cool place. So we got to go there afterwards.
That's what I hear. I saw the pictures. It looks
it's
phenomenal.
Really cool. And the building is really neat. It's old. It's the stone walls, everything. And it used to be not only a furniture store, but also like they did the coffins and stuff like that. Mortuary. Well, not mortuary because that's where you do the bodies. But like I think they provided the coffins and things like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because there's a big sign that they found, and it includes the coffins. Coffin making or something like that. Yeah. So, I mean, it was still, I love Sault Ste. Marie. So it's a very pretty town.
It is.
Everyone's super nice. And I love the Michigan Paracon. So.
Michigan Paracon by far is the best paranormal convention that's held here in the States. You definitely got to get to it if you haven't been. And are tickets on sale already for next year?
Yes, they are. Yep. And I think you can already reserve your room and everything.
Well, there you go. If you haven't been, if you've never been, by all means, check it out. Is it? I'm trying to remember the web address. Is it MichiganParacon.com?
I think so.
We still probably have a link at darknessradio.com, so you could probably go there and click on the link and still get there. If not, just Google Michigan Paracon, and I tell you, it's the
so
best
much fun.
time. Oh my gosh!
And get your tickets and your room early because I know from hearing from people that the room sold out quickly, and a lot of people were scrambling around trying to find a room.
Yeah, and a lot of people were staying off site this year too, because they couldn't get into the casino.
It was so packed. Yeah. It was so packed. But I love this event, so it's only getting bigger and better.
It is. It's amazing how much that event has grown, even over the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's grown quite a bit. So and that's again, that's tribute to Youpers and the whole group and how much work they do throughout the entire weekend and how smooth that operation runs throughout the weekend.
Yeah, and they make it feel like a family. Mm-hmm. So they're all so sweet.
It just runs seamless from beginning to end, and I haven't ever been at a convention that large before that runs so seamlessly. It's really again a tribute to how well they run that convention and how great of a time it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it really is.
I've got to figure out what I'm going to do for my booth next year.
You had an awesome booth.
Thank you.
I gotta tell you, and it's always a surprise.
I know,
from year
right?
to year. Yeah, at the theme that you have and the things you have going on, it's really creative. I don't think anybody puts as much thought into their booth as you do.
Well, thank you. It's just so much fun, and I like to, it's my little artistic self coming out. So
yeah,
the 80s cassette flashback kind of theme this year. So I got to figure out something bigger and better next year.
It was interesting. You had this little speaker in the corner of the booth.
Oh, yeah. The little alien.
Yeah, he's the cutest little speaker ever. And he put out quite a bit of power, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could hear it kind of far away. But I got that on Amazon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there's sets of them, I guess.
Oh, are there?
Yeah, that's what I found out from the Mister. There's like sets of them. You can get like...
Oh, yeah, I know they come in different colors.
Yeah, different colors and stuff.
Yeah, we actually got the idea from Chris Forsythe. So he had one at, I think it was where was it? It was some event we went to, and he had one. And we thought it was super cute, so we got one as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I came up with a really good idea when I saw the little alien speaker. I have a cousin way up in northern Minnesota.
Norden.
And her name's Loney Trombley. And she tries to think of different ways to scare her husband during hunting season.
Nice.
And for some reason I thought, if you doctor that speaker up just right, and it's a Bluetooth speaker, because she's different years, she's either hit me up on Messenger or called me and said, Timmy, I need another idea for how to get her husband's name is Tim as well.
Okay.
So she said, I need to figure out another way to get Tim this year. Because one year she actually set up different Bluetooth speakers around the woods, around his trail coming in. And then I sent her a bunch. I got a hold of our friend Eric Altman.
Okay.
And I got a bunch of Bigfoot calls. Mm-hmm. And so she pumped them out through the speakers as he was coming in off the hunting trail.
Oh, hilarious.
And absolutely scared the crap out of him.
I'm loving your cousin.
Yeah. She's got a very good sense of humor. Another year, I think there was something having to do with a rubber alien suit. I'm not quite sure. But there's some other things in there, too. And so I was giving her suggestions recently at a funeral for our Uncle Ernie.
Oh, I'm sorry about his passing.
Oh, thank you. So we were getting together and we were plotting for this hunting season. Mm-hmm. I know, bizarre to be doing that at that occasion. So I'll come up with ideas occasionally for Loney as to what she can do to scare Tim. But I saw this little alien and I thought, and especially since his eyes glow, it's kind of neat too. Mm-hmm. So if you just hide him in a little bit of brush and you actually play like little alien squiggly sounds or whatever, you could get a guy if it were at a low enough pitch. Mm. Just thinking out loud, Mallie. I know.
Well, hopefully he doesn't listen to the show.
Yeah, that's true.
You just gave it away.
I might have said too much. You're right. Yeah, I should probably keep my mouth shut about that, shouldn't I?
So anything else new going on?
No, same stuff, different day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a really good time in Michigan. I'll be at Chicago Ghost Con in October, October 18th through the 20th.
That's Ursula's thing, correct?
Yep, that's Ursula Bielski. Actually, you know what? She recently came down with shingles.
I saw that on Facebook. Yeah. That's a painful thing. My mom has them.
Yeah, it is very painful, and she's having kind of a rough time right now. So if you guys could say a few extra prayers, send your thoughts out to her. She's going through a rough time right now. But yeah, so we've got Chicago Ghost Con coming up, and that's coming up in October, and of course the Jericho cruise in January. So that's
gonna be fun.
Yeah. So there's lots of good stuff coming up, and just trying to get myself tuned up for that.
Yeah.
So
very cool.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yep.
I've got a couple local events in Michigan that are coming up, and we're really excited. I can't really talk about it now, but I will tell you this. So we have we are now allowed to investigate a certain building.
Okay.
And we're going to give a presentation on it. So Wyandotte gives this cemetery walk every year. It's a huge deal.
Okay.
And the tickets sell out quickly. Like I drove by, it's the Tuesday after Labor Day. And I drove by, I think it was like 7:45 in the morning, and there was already a line like down the sidewalk for people to get these tickets because they sell out. And they sell it within like a day or two. And it's 2 days where you do a ghost walk through cemeteries, and they tell you like the stories behind some of the people that are buried there. And then you go to the Mark's house, and then there's a presentation given. And this year we're giving the presentation. And then you go to the McNichol Mansion where they give, it's like a Edwardian Halloween party. And then one of the rooms is like set up like a mortuary and all that stuff. So it's really cool. And so we had to, though, to get the permission to investigate this building, it was like pulling teeth.
Ooh.
It was like we had to work with the city attorney and, get the legal language taken care of. And then we had to go in front of the city council.
Really?
Yes. And I was just like, please just vote yes. Just don't even ask any questions. Just vote yes. Because it was a packed room. And it comes to our thing, and the guy goes, one of the city council members is like, what's paranormal research? And I was like, oh, God, I got to go up there and explain everything. Oh, crap. I know. I'm like, oh, boy, here we go. And then everyone on the council was like, no, it's about ghosts. They want to investigate this place. And, it's the cemetery walk's coming up. People are interested. So I was very pleased that the rest of the city council members were for it. But when that first guy, he's like, well, I don't believe in ghosts. And I was like, oh, no. But anyway, we got all 6 yays. So we're doing it. And then I'll announce it later on after we, get it done and stuff, because we're kind of keeping it hush-hush right now.
Good deal.
I know, because it hasn't been investigated before.
Really?
Yes.
Virgin territory.
I know.
Huh.
But yeah, that council member, oh my God.
Yeah, that can be a bit of a stickler, especially city officials that don't understand stuff.
I know.
It's just, it's a thorn in the side, that's for sure.
Yeah, and with a full room of people too, I was just like, I don't know how these people are going to react.
Right.
But anyway, so we've got that going on, so I'm very excited.
That's very cool.
Yay!
Very cool.
I know.
Awesome. Awesome. You have a story in front of you. Speaking of different activities that are kind of on the different side. That's for sure.
Yes. So I found this story a couple of days ago, and then it seems like today everyone's talking about it on Facebook. But it's about a new show that's coming out, and they're kind of calling it the Murder House Flip.
Okay.
And it's supposed to premiere in April. But the stories goes, let's see here. Are you a fan of fixer-up shows, haunted or otherwise creepy houses, and true crime TV? Then you'll love the latest home renovation show, Murder House Flip. Think flip or flop with a sordid and, in some cases, paranormal twist. The show, which will premiere on the new mobile-only streaming platform, is it Quibi?
I don't know.
In April 2020, will feature renovations of the country's most infamous homes, the ones known for the mysterious murders and incredible intrigue committed within their walls. Along with a team of builders and decorators, forensic specialists, and spiritual healers who dig up details about the home's past, will be featured as part of each episode's plotline. The idea, according to the show's producers, is to show the transformation of not just a home's physical appearance, but also its spiritual energy. This could mean revamping a home that has been the site of a crime or dealing with the property's haunted history. We are excited to partner with Quibi to deliver a spin on a home makeover show in unique short-form content. Josh Berman, the executive producer who also worked on the CSI shows, said in a press release, Murder House Flip combines home renovations with the intriguing elements of a true crime series. The producers have not yet revealed what the storylines will look like or which homes will be featured on the show, The Charles Manson Mansion or the home where music producer Phil Spector killed his girlfriend has come to mind as potential choices. The show, which is set to premiere just after the launch of Quibi or QB, I'm destroying the name, so I apologize, will be one of the first shows to be featured on the new mobile streaming platform. So I think it sounds great. It sounds interesting.
It is very interesting. Although the question, I don't know. The question to me is as a home buyer, do you is that a very select market, or is that something that most people willingly go into? I don't know.
Buying a haunted home?
Yeah. Well, not just haunted, but the scene of a ghastly murder.
Yeah. Well, see, I agree with you. I would buy a haunted home, but if I knew that if the house was haunted, I probably would still buy it if I loved it. If I knew that a murder happened there, I probably would not buy it. So and I don't know if it's because I think with a murder, it's bad juju, it's just bad energy. And that's why I wouldn't do it. I don't know. Because I live in a house that's haunted. I didn't buy it knowing it was haunted. Okay. But I've had a lot of things happen to me, to guests, to a lot of people. Okay. So, and what's funny now is we're renovating. We're going to the upstairs is already kind of half gutted. So we're gutting it and putting bedrooms and stuff upstairs. And so I'm waiting to see if more activity is going to happen. But yeah, I think I would buy a house knowing that it's haunted, but not buy a house knowing there was a murder.
See, I tend to watch way too much TV. I would, I just get, like visions of CSI in my head of blood, but old blood still between the floorboards and crap like that. I don't know that I'd want, like Zach Baggins recently bought,
it's like a Spanish name, kind of, isn't it?
Yeah, it was the other house.
Yeah, that was next, like the next day.
Yeah, the next day in the Manson murders, and I understand his fascination with it, and I get it, but it's probably not a house he's ever going to live full time in. Right? Is he even going to live in it? I don't think so. No. I just think it's his. It's one more thing to add to the collection. Right. And I get, if you've been to his museum, you see how things line up in the way he collects things and the theme behind them. And his macabre fascination with those things. Right. But as far as, having to live there 24/7, knowing that energy is around, I would tend to think it would wear on you after a while. Especially since there's a reputation in the neighborhood. People are curious. Yeah. If it was anything of any reputation or merit whatsoever nationally, people may still be curious and want to come by, right. Want to see the place. So, I don't know. I think if you're not used to being in that type of spotlight or anything like that, I would think that you would be a little unnerved by the entire thing and just want to be away from it. And it could cause some tension that doesn't necessarily need to be there or would be there if you had a normal life and a normal house. So I don't know that it's for everybody. Some people would kind of flourish in that environment, and some people would kind of wither away. I don't know. I think it just takes a certain person to want to live in a place like that. So if that's okay, so if that's how you feel about a house where a tragic murder happens, what about though if it's known to be haunted, like the house that just sold a couple months ago? What about that? The one I'm talking about. Yeah, the parents. Yeah. Well, as far as that goes, I mean, if it had the reputation of being haunted, are you not doing? I mean, let's say nothing tragic happened in the house, or at least that you can find any documentation for. But, what if, though, it's well known? Are you still not going to buy it because you don't want, looky-loos? Or, what do you... I guess it depends. You've got a whole different set of problems then. Then you've got paranormal groups that are going to want to come and investigate. You've got people who are going to think that And let's face it, there's a bit of self-entitlement there. You have people who think that because you do own a more famously haunted place that maybe your home should belong to everybody else, or they have a right to.
Are there people out there like that?
Oh God, yeah.
Where they think they should have.
Oh sure. I mean, you do have people out there that are very self-entitled. I think you'd be amazed, especially when the Amityville house went up.
Right.
The people who now own the Amityville house have stated that they would consider, opening it up. And I think that I think the people who just bought the parents' house are going to open it up.
Yep, they are. Well, and in fact, the Zach and the boys are doing a Halloween special there.
Right.
The Ghost Adventures.
But, before that house had never been open,
Right.
And, and I think the reaction of the paranormal community is kind of it's about time. Not the, oh, wow, that's a real awesome opportunity, or an attitude of gratitude. It's more of a self-entitled attitude of, oh, well, I don't see why it hasn't been before now. And you get that from it. And it's not, you're not getting that from, how should I put this? From more well-known investigators. You're getting that from
the amateurs?
I don't know what they call amateurs.
Okay.
Let's just say that.
How about the ones that are new to it?
Hobbyists.
Hobbyists. Okay.
Yeah, I would say hobbyists. People who, let's say, do it on the weekends or participate in trips or maybe have just established themselves in paranormal groups around the country or, they're weekend warriors.
Okay.
It's a good way of putting it. And have formed their own opinions on stuff. They want, who don't really know the ins and outs of stuff and just can't understand why that isn't open 24/7 and why they just can't walk in and investigate a place. But there is such a thing as boundaries.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. I mean, you've got people that go into cemeteries the wee hours of the morning and they do damage and stuff. There's no respect.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's part of it too. But, and I understand the fine line of boundaries too, and that, you would think that there's the one extreme of having no boundaries whatsoever and just trespassing on anybody's property.
Right.
And then the other extreme of I'm never going to let you into this place to look whatsoever because it's mine and that's the way I feel.
Sorry, I just took a sip of my drink.
No, I know. That's strong, isn't it?
Oh, Lordy.
Fortune teller.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
As opposed to Jax Teller, who was on Sons of Anarchy.
Ooh. Feel that going down.
Ooh, boy. So, so you get the extremes and somewhere in there, and let's face it, it's not like, and I'll just that was a kickback on that one.
That was coming from you, not from me.
That was coming from me. That was kickback on the fortune teller. And let's face it, let's call it what it is. If you're doing any paranormal investigating on the weekends or in a paranormal team in your state, chances are most of the time you're not helping families. You're doing it for a kick. You're a hobbyist. Okay. So you're not going into that place to conduct scientific research. Mm-hmm. You're not going in to help a family in that house. You're not going in to do any good. You're going in out of your own curiosity. So there's no reason for you to, bang down the door on the Amityville house and demand to know what exactly is in there.
I will admit, though, I was in New York filming something, and we were near Amityville, and so all of us did a drive-by, and then I kind of walked by it. I didn't do anything. I didn't, stand in front of their yard and was like, hey, well, we did take a photo, though. But now that I think back, I'm like, well, we do have a photo. But, we were still very respectful, but,
Sure.
Come on. Woo! That was fun.
Well, there's a difference between natural curiosity and,
Yeah.
and walking up to the door, knocking on it, bringing your equipment with you.
Yeah,
and
no, we
saying-
did not do that. We just kind of like walked by and
Yeah.
took a photo and kept on going.
And saying, in the name of science, I demand I come in and investigate your home.
Yeah.
I'm a paranormal investigator.
in.
Don't you know who I am? I mean, that's just kind of ridiculous.
Right.
So, there's just only so far you can take the act. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm a little
So
jaded.
you're basically saying no, you would not buy a haunted house, and no, you would not buy a house that had a murder previously. Then, correct?
Well, put it this way. I don't know that I'd buy a famously haunted house.
Okay.
Would I buy a haunted house? Sure, I probably would, especially if it came at a good bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know that I'd buy a murder house.
Yeah.
Those are different energies.
Oh no, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all about the energy, and that's why, I'd be fascinated about the history of the murder and, the information about like everyone involved and stuff like that. But yeah, I would not want to live there because bad energy, I think.
Yeah, and I don't know how familiar our audience is with different past episodes of Darkness Radio, but I don't know if you remember this, Mallie, but do you remember the 30-minute EVP that Stacey Jones had of a rape and murder from Syracuse, New York?
I heard that. Oh, I just got chills again thinking of it. Yeah. No. Yeah, I don't know.
And it was a residual.
Yeah.
It was a residual EVP.
You'll have to look up the episode so people can check it out because it was creepy.
Yeah, and it was just one residual EVP, and it was a man and a woman in a stairwell, and it was this man proceeding to attack this woman, brutally beat her, and then murder her in the stairwell, and it went for half an hour. And I've listened to the entire thing from beginning to end. We played a snippet of it. I believe it was just like a 3 to 5 minute snippet of it on the show. It wasn't even the entire thing. But just the little bit of it that we played was enough to chill you to the bone.
Yeah.
But think about living in that environment. Think about living with the potential of hearing bits and pieces of that
Right.
around your home at any time. Would you want to live in that environment?
No.
I wouldn't.
Or even like the apparitions, like the act of it. You know what I mean?
Yep. Anything could come up.
Yeah.
Just depending on what had happened at that scene at that time.
Right.
And I don't know that I'd want to deal with someone else's horrific end, even though they might have moved on. They might have.
Right. But the residual energy that could be there.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh, the murder house was the La Blancas.
Yes, La Bianca.
La Bianca, sorry.
Yep, the La Bianca tape. Yeah, the La Bianca house. That's the house that Zach bought. Yeah. So yeah, I guess to wrap it up quite nicely, that's where I would stand. Not a murder house, but not even a famously haunted house, but a haunted house, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So with that's one news story, Mallie.
Yeah.
I guess we could segue into other more drunken news stories.
Yes.
right?
Something more upbeat, funny. Thank God it's not us. That segment, please.
Yes. So it's time now for us to go to, oh my God,
are you okay?
Oh my God! Oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fucking meditating.
It's time now for the segment we call Oh My God, Are You Okay? Otherwise known as Drunk News. Our first story. So have you ever purchased something when you are wasted and then you're like, holy crap, I did that, didn't I?
Yes, I have, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Did you ever buy airplane tickets though?
No. I would not make that decision. Inebriated.
Yes. Well, this woman, the story leads with woman boards plane to Ibiza on drunken whim after spending a day at a christening. So after one too many drinks while at a christening, 32-year-old Rachel Wynn made a decision she said might cause her to lose her job. After spending the day at a christening where she consumed one too many wines, Rachel Wynn made a decision she said might quite be the stupidest one she's ever made. With just the clothes on her back, a credit card, and a passport in her wallet, and a bit of liquor courage, she went to the airport. Once there, the 32-year-old said she made the stupidest decision of her life by jumping on a plane to the Spanish island of Ibiza. According to the Manchester Evening News, Miss Wynn said her drunken decision to fly to the Spanish island had cost her more than $1,200. She said, I was pissed. I think pissed meaning as drunk. Oh, don't they say that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at christening, and it was also my friend's birthday that day, so I went to my friends afterwards. My friends were already here in Ibiza and asked if I wanted to come. I've come out here with the clothes on my back, my bank card, and my passport. Miss Wynn says she now faced an expensive trip home to Manchester and an awkward conversation with her boss, who she failed to inform about the impromptu trip. It's the stupidest thing I've ever done. I'm not like this usually. I've never done anything like this. But I was pissed. I was absolutely pissed. I had been drinking all day at this christening. When I got on the plane, I thought, what have I done? Miss Wynn said she tried to get a flight home in time for work, but was unable to book one in time. I had to ring my boss and explain and said I had a flight on Wednesday. He said I had to get a flight sooner than that. I managed to book one for the morning on Tuesday, but they emailed to say there are no flights left. I booked another one for tonight to go to Frankfurt, but they didn't send me the tickets in time. I've now got a flight tomorrow. This whole thing has cost me about £700, which equals 1,255 American dollars. She said my boss was not happy at all, but he's all right now, I think. I like how she says, I think. I think he's a great boss, and it's a great company to work for. He will be disappointed, but hopefully he'll see the funny side. The only reason I went is because I thought I'd be able to get home in time for work. I feel really bad about this. But christenings, are they usually like on Saturdays or Sundays? And you got to be work on Monday?
Yeah, I would think a christening would be maybe a Saturday.
Yeah. So you're going to Ibiza for like a day.
That's definitely a drunken decision. Yeah, I don't know who looks at an airline and goes, I can do it. I can get home. Mm-hmm. Unless you're living the lifestyles of the rich and famous, I don't know how you get home from Ibiza in a day.
Right, an island.
Yeah,
where there's only so many flights in and out.
What do you do in Ibiza in a day? I
think you just drink and party.
Wow, must be nice.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I think it's like the place for the rich.
I guess.
Yep. So anyway, that is the drunken story. So I've never done that, but I do like a challenge. So maybe the next time I'm drunk, I'll be like, let's see how I can top this.
It's going to end up being a charter to Detroit. Mally's in Detroit, calls up her boss and goes, I am sorry, I am stuck in Detroit.
I'll probably rent a party bus instead all by myself.
And your boss will be like, Mallie, it's Detroit. Just walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's serious. I can't get there until Wednesday. I'm stuck in Detroit.
Are we even open? Why are we open?
Just Uber. Just Uber it, Mallie.
Yeah.
I'm so stuck in Detroit. You have no idea. You don't even know what this place is like.
And I'd be like, ooh, are those mozzarella sticks?
Ooh. Oh, there's extra marinara.
Oh, I love to eat when I'm drinking. Oh,
who doesn't?
I know, right?
Right?
Anything sounds good when you're drunk.
Oh my gosh! You know what is so good when you're drunk?
What?
Chicago's deep dish pizza.
Oh yeah.
I mean, normally
any kind of pizza would be delicious when you're drunk.
But deep dish with all the toppings and they put all the toppings on the pizza and very little crust. Gotta like that.
Yeah, delish.
Yeah.
Now you're making me hungry.
Sorry. Don't mean to do that. We go to, I believe this is Florida.
Okay.
Mallie. Most drunken incidents aren't they?
Yeah. A lot of things happen in Florida. That's all I'm going to say.
This may be, I'm not quite sure. I'm looking for the city here. I'm not quite sure. Gary Wayne Anderson, that's the name you need to remember. 68 years old, was arrested by police for for a DUI charge after he crashed his lawnmower into a Haines City police vehicle.
Another lawnmower story.
It is. It is the popular mode of transportation when you're tipping a canoe in Tyler, too. Anderson's driver's license has been suspended since 1978, Mallie.
Ooh, that's a long time.
Do you remember the year 1978?
Yes, unfortunately, I was 6, so I do remember some things.
I remember the year 1978. And to think that he hasn't had a license since then?
That's a long time.
That's a very long time.
I mean, I go nuts not having a car for like 2 days.
Yeah, he's not had one since 1978. He has 2 prior DUI convictions, so that would explain quite a bit. Anderson failed the field sobriety test and was taken to the Haines City Police Department. At the department, Anderson told officers he had been poisoned by police. Oh,
of course.
He's a storyteller.
Ugh.
And demanded to be taken to the hospital. This according to the Haines City Police Department. At the Heart of Florida Regional Medical Center. Oh, are you ready for this, Mallie? His blood alcohol level was 0.241.
Dang.
Yeah, he's swinging for the fences.
Yeah.
There are some major league players who don't have that batting average all year long. 0.241. More than 3 times the legal limit of 0.08. That's according to Mike Ferguson, who's a spokesperson for the Haines City Police Department. Also, it's a hell of a drug, Mallie. Mr. Anderson was playing with the devil's dandruff, cocaine.
Oh.
That was also found in Gary Wayne Anderson's system. This according to police. The crash caused minor damage to the rear bumper of the police car because, after all, you can only get a riding mower up to about 15 miles an hour if you're lucky.
You could walk faster.
You could. According to Chief Alensky of the Haines City Police Department, it's never a good idea to get behind the wheel drunk, even if that wheel is to a Craftsman, Massey Ferguson, or a John Deere. There you go.
Oh, gotta love those people in Florida.
Yep. That's your story behind Gary Wayne Ferguson.
Do you want to read another one?
Sure. This is even better.
Okay.
Sometimes you get the perfect date to go to a club to, and sometimes that date is just a stiff.
Okay. Not much of a talker.
Not much of a talker at all. In fact, doesn't really dance very well. Just kind of stands there and looks pretty.
Okay.
A drunk man doesn't realize the stranger he's talking to in a club is a statue. Yeah. I've had nights like this, where I think I'm doing really well. It turns out that my captive audience is just a plant.
Now, I've run into a mirror and said, "Excuse me," like at the department store where I think it's somebody.
Really?
Yes, but I've never tried to have a conversation with the statue.
No? Okay.
No.
After a few cold ones, it's not uncommon to totally connect with a complete stranger. It's definitely a lot easier, at least to converse with someone you've never met before after a few pops. But this is taking that notion to a whole different level. According to this man was filmed in a club having a complete conversation with a total stranger who it just so happens to be a statue. Somehow the guy didn't think anything of their conversation being completely one-sided, or that his counterpart stayed completely still the entire time. That must have been a completely good night there.
Who'd want to be in a relationship with that kind of guy? It's all about him. Obviously, he's not listening.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
He's just going
me,
on and on and on. And
ugh.
You should see the car I drove here tonight. And
exactly.
By the way, these cufflinks cost about $1,000 a piece. And
I've got a black card.
Yeah, I got a black card. And, we should get out of here. I don't know why you're not moving quicker.
Right.
Stuff like that. So there you go. That's that.
That would have been funny to watch, though, at the bar.
It would have been.
So we're now going to Utah.
Okay.
An intoxicated Utah woman called police to report a drunk driver. So it's kind of one of those things where you're drawing attention upon yourself when you should not be. But in Woods Cross, Utah, a Utah woman has been sentenced to jail time after calling 911 to report a possible drunk driver while she was intoxicated. Court documents show 32-year-old Brianna Dawn Hernandez called police on August 16th to report a possible drunk driver in Woods Cross. When police pressed her for more information, the woman gave her own license plate and started laughing on the phone. Police arrested Hernandez and charged her with a DUI and having an open container in her vehicle. Officers found an almost empty bottle of Fireball whiskey in her car as well. Hernandez pleaded guilty on Tuesday to the DUI charge. She will serve 12 days in jail and be on probation for 12 months. A lawyer listed for Hernandez couldn't immediately be reached.
She could have told herself snitches get stitches.
Exactly.
Threatened herself.
Yep.
Didn't do that, though.
No, she didn't. I'm amazed that she knew her license plate number because I don't know mine.
I don't know your license plate either.
That's probably a good thing.
I think about it. I don't know mine either when I think about it, but I really don't know yours.
Nope.
Huh. Somewhere Mr. and Mrs. Fox are breathing a sigh of relief.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh. Yeah.
You're laughing.
I know I shouldn't be. I just am. I'm going to take another sip of this fortune teller here.
Oh, we should have our fortune cookies. So let's find out what our fortune is. Ready to catch?
I am.
Okay, here we go. Oh, you got one already. You took one already.
Well, I just have it in my hand. Yeah.
Okay, because I brought you down one.
No. I didn't open one. I have both of them. Yeah.
All right. I don't want to make a mess on your table. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Well, this sucks.
What's that? It's not really a fortune. It's more of a statement.
Well, I guess it's got a backside because I opened up David Fong's 60th anniversary serving our customers since 1958. Okay, here we go.
By the way, David Fong can send his money to...
yeah, I just advertise for him.
And send it to you.
Yeah. Okay, here it goes.
Okay.
Good things come in invisible packages. You will be delighted.
Wait a minute. That sounds like a dirty statement, actually, if you think about it.
Could be.
Good things come in invisible packages.
Well, I didn't say large packages, though.
Oh, hello. My, oh, my.
What does yours say?
Mine says, in every enterprise, consider the outcome.
I like mine better.
Yeah.
Does yours have a David Fong on the backside, too?
Let's see. David Fong's 60th anniversary, serving our customers since 1958. Yeah, it does. Which either means the fortune cookie's outdated or...
Yeah.
Because that was last year. Just saying.
Do you have any more stories, or are we all done?
I do have one, yes.
Okay, cool.
Is this the last one?
I think so, yeah.
All right, this is the last story, and oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, I think it was a sober week for people.
It was, yes. A lot of people staying off the roads in observance of Labor Day. This one's interesting, Mallie. I've always looked for a woman who, let's just say, is...
Can swallow?
I was going to say talented with her mouth, but... You took the words right out of my mouth. This
my mom's going to get it.
This lady, however, decided that she was going to use her throat as a place to store stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. This drunk woman, swallowed a 6-inch spoon and forgot. Just forgot it was there. Doctors in China are making an example of a patient who allegedly got so drunk. How drunk is she? That she swallowed a 6-inch spoon and forgot about it the next day. The patient, described as hailing from East China's Shandong province. See, Mallie, she swallowed 6 inches and she's from the Shandong province. Reportedly went to the People's Hospital of Jimo district earlier this month for stomach pain. An X-ray revealed the 6-inch spoon in her abdomen to be the cause, Asia Wire reported. Rather than open her stomach, Dr. Fan Guanzhu, bless me, decided to on a gastroscopy procedure, sounds painful, hard to read, which involves inserting a thin tube down a patient's throat. But removing a spoon through a gastroscopy can be very tricky, Fan told Asia Wire. Firstly, the spoon was over 10 centimeters long. It was also very smooth and slippery. That's what he said. and therefore difficult to control or grab hold of. I bet you didn't know that.
No, I
Mallie.
didn't. I would think it's just easier to just go on in.
Anything that's over
Remove
10
it.
centimeters long can be very smooth and slippery and hard to grab or get control of.
At least that's what you tell people, huh?
Well, yeah. I try to impress them right off the bat. He then inserted a snare loop to grab a hold of the spoon and maneuver it back out through her mouth.
What goes in must come out.
Yeah, supposedly. Even after snaring the spoon, it was difficult to pull it out. That's one I use quite often, too. I don't know if you know that or not.
No, baby, it's just difficult to pull it.
Yeah, it's
just difficult.
it's the shape.
Yeah.
It would get stuck along the way out. So the spoon didn't want to come out.
No.
Yeah, it was hard to pull out. Fan said that if his patient had waited or ignored the pain, the spoon could have caused ulcers or a life-threatening infection. Do not put small things in your mouth when you're drunk, he said. That's what I like to tell the ladies, too.
And it's cold out.
Don't bother with the small stuff. It's cold outside. I got something that'll fit just fine. It was not immediately clear how old Fan's patient is. Probably should have asked for ID.
Yeah, you would think.
Always a good idea. Or where she is in her recovery. That is not clear either. Just to rub it in a little, Mallie included an X-ray.
Yes, I did. Because I wanted you to see it.
Oh, my God. It's horrid.
Yes.
The X-ray is quite amazing in that, okay, I'm going to point something out that I don't know if you noticed this.
Okay.
Right off the bat, Mal, when you looked at this. Okay, so the spoon is sitting inside and in the top of the stomach, but if you look at the X-ray, this poor girl must work at putting things in her mouth on a regular basis because she has 3 rods in her neck and back.
I did not notice that.
Yeah. So evidently she's been working the neck and back quite a bit, Mallie, on top of swallowing stuff. You see that?
Yep, I do now.
Yeah. See?
It's like diagonal.
Yeah. So she moves a lot from side to side like this, which I don't know what kind of maneuver that is.
Yeah.
But I bet you she makes a lot of money doing it. So that, yeah.
I think the worst thing I've ever done drunk is just like drunk texting an ex. So
Drunk texting an ex.
yeah, I think that's like the worst thing I've ever done. Or I've done worse, I just don't remember.
As long as you didn't try to swallow the phone, you're good.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So that's it for the Oh My God, Are You Okay segment?
That's it for Oh My
All
God,
right.
Are You Okay? You know what? We have an interesting little thing coming up here, Mallie, having to do with one of these.
Yes. Now this was fun. So, but we should warn people, children, leave. Don't. Well, actually, they shouldn't even listen to this podcast. Period. But yeah, do not have this show on speaker if you're at work or in public. Yeah, this is not for little ears.
We're about to get adult.
Yes.
We have a little game show that we came up with.
Yes.
It's a little quiz. Cosmo has their quizzes.
Yes.
We've decided to come up with our own quiz.
Yes, and we had fun doing it.
Yeah. It's you want to tell them what it's called?
I just forgot what it was called. Oh, okay. So it's called Wait, hold on. I should probably finish. Okay, Cock and Tails or Cocktail.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay.
So yeah, I just stopped at the word cock. Nice.
You did.
I did. I drew a blank. I was like, wait, what is it? Yeah.
It stopped you dead in your tracks.
Yeah.
It did. Yeah.
Cock and Tails or Cocktail.
All right.
All right.
Let's go to that now.
Have you ever tried to have sex on the beach?
Go balls deep.
Cock and tail or
Coattails.
So, Timmy, are you ready to have some fun? Play a game with me?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to read you off something, and then you tell me if it's a sexual position or a cocktail, a beverage, a delicious beverage.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So the first one, the frothy walrus.
The frothy walrus?
Yes. Once again, kids, do not be listening to this and do not have this on your speaker.
Yeah, this is not not safe for work, not safe for the kiddos. We'll have a little timestamp at the bottom of the screen here on YouTube. You just fast forward to that timestamp that you see below. If you are a kiddo or if you're at work right now, you don't want to listen to this out in the open.
Yes.
Frothy walrus.
Yes. Sexual position or a beverage?
You would think frothy, you would think like beverage, but
right.
I'll go beverage.
Okay, wrong.
Oh.
It is a sexual position. So I'm just, Lord forbid. Mom, Dad, this is the time as well that you kind of fast forward through the thing because I don't want my parents to hear this. Okay.
Okay.
When receiving a blowjob, the guy comes in the person's mouth and then slaps the giver in the stomach, making the, well, they say the word jizz, run out of both sides of their mouth and making tusks of jizz. Or semen. Or whatever. So basically that's it. So that is the frothy walrus. Now, I don't recommend anyone hitting someone in the stomach. Come on. They just did you a favor. Don't hit them. But, yes. So that is a sexual position.
By the way, closed circuit to male members of Mallie Fox fan club. You're welcome. We got her to say jizz on the air.
Yes.
Wow. So I was wrong.
Yes.
That's not a beverage.
No.
All right, then.
No. So do not be asking your bartender. Hey,
for a frothy walrus.
For a frothy walrus.
Otherwise, he'll probably jizz in your mouth and slap you in the gut.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the worst thing that's ever happened to me in a bar, I guess.
So there's been worse.
There's been worse?
Oh, no.
Sure. Why not?
All right. So you ready for the next one?
I guess I am, yes.
Okay. So this one, bend over Shirley. Sexual position or a cocktail?
Oh, come on. A bend over Shirley?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we just had a dirty Shirley last.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Which we kept saying it wrong with the amount of drinking we were doing.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, yeah. Is it a drink?
Yes.
Okay.
It is a drink.
Okay.
It is made with raspberry vodka, grenadine syrup, and Sprite.
Oh.
So almost like ours, because we, instead of using Sprite, we used like Verner's ginger ale.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Okay.
All right. So you got 1 point.
I was going to say, Shirley gets around.
Yeah. Shirley. Mm. All right. Ready?
Ready.
The leg spreader.
That's got to be a sexual position.
Nope. It is a drink. It is a cocktail. This is actually one of the top 50 most popular cocktails. It's made with spiced rum, peach schnapps, Malibu coconut rum, pineapple juice, and starfruit or cherry to garnish.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yep.
So I could go up to a really cute bartender and ask her for a leg spreader?
Yep.
I'm probably not going to see much out of that.
Okay, the next one. Is this cock and tails or a cocktail? 8-second cowboy.
I think that's a sexual position.
You are correct.
Yeah.
It's having sex doggy style with a girl who has her bra on.
Okay.
Meanwhile, all your friends are hiding in the closet. And at the appropriate signal, all your friends come out of the closet and scare her, and you grab her bra straps and try and hold on for 8 seconds. So there you go. 8-second cowboy.
8-second cowboy.
All right. The next one. Is it a cock and tail or cocktail? Sex on my face.
Again, male members of the Mallie Fox fan club, you're welcome. How does that go again? It's
Sex on my face. Is it a sexual position? Oh, boy. Or a cocktail. A delicious beverage.
I'm going to say cocktail.
You're right. You're right. This one has Crown Royale, coconut rum, Southern Comfort, banana liquor, cranberry juice, orange juice, pineapple juice, garnished with orange slices and raspberries. Picture of it looks really good, actually.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to order sex on my face one of these times.
Oh, my God. You didn't just say that.
It looks good.
Tell me you just didn't say
Looks
that.
tasty. All right. Here we go. You're doing pretty well, actually. What are you doing? 3? Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. So, got 3 out of 10 so far. Well, we haven't done 10, but you know what I mean. Okay. So, here we go. Alabama seesaw.
The Alabama seesaw?
Uh-huh.
That sounds like a sexual position.
It is, and this is so wrong. I'm just going to say that. This is so wrong. But the name was kind of funny. Oh, boy. I apologize to my Southern friends. Okay, so it's where a guy lays down, and one sister mounts him while his other sister sits on his face. People come up with the strangest things, I swear to God.
Hello, Alabama.
Exactly. Oh, my future sister-in-law is not going to like me for that one. Let's see here. All right. Let's do this one.
Okay.
The Tangled Monkey.
The Tangled Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
That almost sounds like it could be a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it?
It's a cute name.
It is. I'll go drink on that one.
Wrong. It's actually
Oh.
a sexual position.
Oh, is it?
Yes. So this brings back people to the times when they were living in their folks' homes, because it's in the bottom of your little brother's old bunk beds. The male should contort his legs and bow his head so as to avoid the hanging crossbar. His partner will give her gift. That makes it sound so nice.
It is,
Her
yeah.
gift.
It is.
Yes. By wrapping her legs around his torso and bending her neck sideways to account for the low vertical clearance. While entwined in the lover's dance, avoid excessive thrusting, as this will cause the frame to creak and draw the attention of a lightly sleeping parent. So there you go. That's a Tangled Monkey, folks.
The Tangled Monkey.
Mm-hmm. All right. We've got 3 left.
Okay.
Drinks or sexual positions.
Mm-hmm.
The royal fuck. I said that with power, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Damn.
It sat me back in my chair.
I know. I'm forceful.
Yeah. Damn.
That sounds so wrong to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Get it, girl. How does that go again? The
Royal fuck.
No, that was a little less.
Well,
you could have
yeah.
put it like a British
Like a,
deal. On it. You could have done
like
the royal fuck.
I can't roll my R's.
You can't?
No. My tongue doesn't work. Doesn't work that way. Anyway, what do you think? I feel like we should have music in the background.
I think that we should, really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say drink.
You are correct.
Yeah.
It's made with Crown Royale, Canadian whiskey, peach schnapps, and cranberry juice.
That just sounds like it would be evil coming up. You know, like if you had too many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whiskey and I, you know.
Especially with the peach schnapps and the...
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, here we go. Suck, bang, and blow.
That is definitely a drink.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
The list of ingredients is daunting and is already unappealing to me, so here we go. Jose Cuervo Gold Tequila, Smirnoff Vodka, Absolute Citron Vodka, Jägermeister. Oh my God, I can't do Jägermeister.
No?
Oh God, too many, just bad experiences in college. Rumple Mint's Peppermint Liqueur.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if this is Jack Queen, I don't know, something orange flavored gin, Goldschlager cinnamon schnapps, some type of hypnotic
Yep.
liqueur, aristocrat triple sec. This drink is like $80.
Yeah.
One whole lime, peeled strawberry daiquiri mix, cranberry juice, and sugar. Damn, that's like the whole liquor cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So anyway, that's a suck, bang, and blow.
Yep. I think we had one, I think was it 1990? A different version of that, but there was a suck, bang, and blow at Max's in Winona.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was DJing there. And I think I ordered one for a young lady. Yeah. So I know that one. Mm-hmm.
All right, and the last one. The Minneapolis Bullfrog.
See, this one sounds like a drink to me.
Yes. Well, wasn't there, what am I thinking of? Some type of shot that was frothy.
The Frothy Walrus. We covered that in the beginning.
No.
Okay.
You're not that kind of shot.
Wow.
No, it was, crap. I don't remember now, but I thought it had something, it was similar to a bullfrog. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember anymore.
Well, there's a bulldog.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking
Colorado
of.
bulldog.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, not the bullfrog.
I mean, a Minneapolis bullfrog sounds similar to a Colorado bulldog.
Right.
So I would say drink.
Okay. That would be a no.
Oh.
No. So this is a sexual act. You did pretty well, though. I think you only got like 3 wrong. So forgive me because this just sounds awful.
Okay.
All right. Here we go, people. Now people are going to look at me differently now.
Oh, no.
I'm not saying
they won't judge.
Okay.
No. You're just reading a quiz.
I'm just reading the answers. That's all.
Right. It's not like you actually partake in any of
No.
this much. No. Only on weekends.
No. Yes. Yeah. All right. Act of inserting the scrotum and testicles, I can't say the word, into the vajayjay while being balls deep. A successful attempt will result in discomfort for both parties. Okay, so why even do this in the first place? Follows sharply. That's not a good word to use for sex, sharply.
No.
By expulsion of the testes from the vajayjay, which resembles a bullfrog crawling out of the mud.
Hence the bullfrog.
Yes.
Okay.
So there we go. Someone had to be creative to come up with these.
Yeah.
Or bored.
Oh, there's that too.
Yeah. So anyway, so that is the segment.
That's the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cock and tails or cocktails?
I like it.
Yeah. We should do it again.
Yeah.
I just hope no one checks my search. My Google search.
Someone comes in from the local police to check your searches and you.
It's going to be bad.
Yeah, could be terrible.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So what are we doing next?
No good. Well, you know what? We can lighten things up a bit. Not that we're going from Minneapolis bullfrog and climbing out of the mud straight to Nutella.
This is probably when we're going to get like responses to our email. What did you ever hear about this sexual position? Like this is the time someone's going to, finally message us. That's
true. And if you want to send your nasty sexual position,
just no pictures. No pictures.
Yes, please leave the pictures at home. Or your favorite drink on the rocks radio at gmail.com.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll look forward to them.
I might have you check them first.
I probably will. Yeah, keep your gun in your holsters, fellas, because I'm the one who will end up checking it. So
yeah.
Either me or the mister, or one or the other. It's not like Mallie's getting an eyeful. So you might as well just leave your inebriated hopes at the door. It's not like you're it's not like the lady's getting an eyeful.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it's nice try anyways.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about next time it's Nutella. Delish.
It's time now for us to dig into breakfast since we've already dug into a few drinks. And it's time now to check out Nutella News.
Nutella News. Spread the happy.
It's time now to spread the happy. It's time for Nutella news.
I like it. Spread the happy.
It's always
Nutella is happiness. It's pure joy.
It's the slogan that makes me feel creepy all at the same time that it makes me happy. It's spread the happy. It's Nutella news, Mallie. I don't know. Spread the happy just sounds bizarre, doesn't it, to you?
It does, well, especially after we did that game where it spread the legs or whatever it was called, leg spreader.
The leg spreader, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the frothy words.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of. But Nutella is a happy thing. It gets our mind off of what could potentially be creepy.
Uh-huh.
And we have just a couple of stories this week having to do with Nutella. Mm-hmm. And you've got some interesting stuff in front of you.
Yes. So someone sent this to me, and I had already seen it, but I was like, holy crap. Of course, the one time that I leave Michigan, this happens. A Nutella-filled semi-truck flips, and it blocks traffic on I-94 near Indiana/Michigan border.
Really?
So, yeah. So, it was like a couple hours from my house. So, I could have been there with a spoon in hand and just licked that sucker up. I freaking love Nutella. And for all the naysayers that say it's bad, the palm oil, it's full of sugar. I know, but it's still delicious. That's my vice.
I went and got just, they had the little Nutella on the go with the little breadsticks.
Yes.
And I went and got one of those just because my sugar was low the other day. Went and picked up a little one of those, and I thought I could go back and get 3 or 4 more from the store. It's dangerous.
It is.
They're addictive.
It's like the perfect dipping kind of thing. You know what I mean? You could dip a lot of stuff in Nutella and make it taste delicious.
Oh, yeah.
So the semi-truck and its trailer filled with 44,000 pounds of Nutella hazelnut cocoa spread overturned just west of Michigan border Monday night, jamming up Interstate 94 as the trailer blocked all 3 lanes of traffic. The semi-driver told Indiana State Police as he drove west on I-94 through Indiana, another driver in front of him suddenly slammed on his brakes. The driver braked hard and steered left, losing control, swerving the semi across all lanes of traffic and crashing into the concrete interstate median. While the truck section of the semi went over the median into eastbound I-94, the driver was uninjured. So that's good. Could you imagine death by Nutella?
Oh, my God.
No word on what became of the thousands of pounds of precious chocolate hazelnut cargo he was transporting. The Nutella roadblock stopped westbound I-94 traffic for about 2.5 hours as the semi-trailer was moved to the interstate shoulder. The semi lost about 150 gallons of diesel in the accident, according to police. So that's the story, but oh my God. Delicious.
That might be an amazing death right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Killed by Nutella.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what kind of news do you have?
Well, here's something I ran across online.
Okay.
I didn't know that this was a thing, but it almost made me retch. There's an article, and actually, once you look it up...
I don't know if you want me... I don't know if you should put Nutella like in a negative spotlight, if this is something that makes you retch.
It's not the Nutella.
Okay.
It's the way it's presented.
Okay.
It's like, it's not guns that kill people, it's people that kill people. You've heard that saying before?
Yes.
It's not the Nutella that makes you retch, Mallie.
Okay.
It's the way it's the delivery system you put it in.
Okay.
I know, it sounds terrible. There is an article out there that kind of kicked this all off, but then if you ever put in the search engine, or if you ever put it in Google, Nutella and mayo sandwich.
That is wrong.
It'll make you retch. And there's actually a video up by a country station where they attempt to try Nutella and mayo sandwiches.
Okay.
And to me, that just makes my stomach turn.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot in this world that makes my stomach turn. But that right there did. So there's an article out there by Spoon University, and it's called 10 Bizarre Food Combinations That Actually Taste Good. And they cite things like Cool Ranch Doritos and hell of a good French onion dip.
Okay, I could see that kind of.
Yeah. Which, you'd go, okay.
All right.
Like...
especially a few cocktails.
Yeah,
I could try that.
Maybe you've been on the wrong end of some weed. Sure. Yeah. Goldfish and strawberry yogurt.
All right. That's okay.
You know. I have done French fries in a milkshake before. I used to do that with Wendy's. You know, you get the Frosty and the milk and the French fries.
The salt with the sweet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done that plenty of times. I've never done popcorn with marshmallows.
Now, I've done popcorn with gummy bears.
Yes, and I've done it with M&Ms.
Yes, and M&Ms, yep.
Yep.
And that's good.
I have done PB&J sandwiches with chips.
I have as well. Yeah, Fritos or potato chips because you get that saltiness.
Right. Have you ever done chocolate chip cookies with bacon?
No, I have not, but I do know a lot of people eat chocolate with bacon.
Yeah. I mean, that could potentially be good.
Right. But my bacon has to be extra crispy. I don't like that fatty stuff.
Yeah.
It needs to be like burnt.
Yeah. Cream cheese and jelly sandwiches. Now we're starting to get...
Yes.
Okay, you've done that?
Uh-huh. I used to do it on English muffins.
Oh, all right. Well, see, that could... Okay, yeah. And I've done saltines and honey. I've done that before. That's not unusual.
Right.
Where we jump the shark here, Mallie,
Okay.
is a little creation known as grilled cheese with Nutella and mayo.
And that is wrong. Plain and simple. I can maybe see grilled cheese with mayonnaise, maybe, but you do not ruin the Nutella. So, no. No. We don't add chocolate to, or Nutella. Actually, it's not chocolate, it's hazelnut. But, no, we don't do that.
And here's what Spoon University
That's
says.
sacrilegious.
It is, isn't it? Here's what Spoon University says. Believe me, I know how bizarre it sounds. However, my friend swears by this mixture. The Nutella and mayo add an unexpected yet delicious flavor to the classic sandwich. The sweetness of the Nutella balances out the saltiness of the mayo. If this is a little too adventurous to you or for you, then they offer the French fries with a milkshake.
I think I have a problem with the texture. The thought of mayonnaise, like I like mayonnaise, but the thought of the mayonnaise texture along with my delicious creamy Nutella and then the grilled cheese, the combination just does not seem like it would be.
Well, mayo has a.
Good.
I'm going to really.
Now, do they use Cool Whip or not Cool Whip? Sorry, Miracle Whip or Hellmann's?
No, Hellmann's. Mayo,
okay, so it's mayo. Okay.
So I'm going to play a real theater of the mind with you here.
Okay.
So you've got you know how you just described the rich, creamy texture of the
Nutella,
right? And then you've kind of got the sloppiness of the mayo.
Just
bleh. Yeah, it's too much wetness.
Yeah.
in with the grilled cheese, and then the grilled cheese has like a stringiness to it.
Yeah.
It would just be too much bleh.
Yeah.
Sitting in your mouth.
Right.
Yeah, just a big ball of bleh.
Should we do like a dare next time? Try one. Oh God, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Part of me's curious, but other part of me, I might puke.
We could try it. I don't know. We could try it.
Do you know how to make grilled cheese sandwiches?
Oh, yeah.
Something to think about.
If you want.
Maybe we'll try it. I don't know. I don't know. Because what if it is delicious?
Then we go back on our word. Yeah.
Because I know that some people make grilled cheese sandwiches using mayonnaise instead of butter.
Well, that's on the outside. You want a good buttery coat so that you get a nice crisp outside to the grilled cheese sandwich. But the inside, I would think, is where you put, like you would probably on gosh, how would you do this? You would probably on.
Do you dip it in the mayonnaise? No.
No. You would like on the opposite side of the bread from
gotcha.
That's what's been buttered.
Yeah.
You would probably put like a swath of mayo and then a swath of Nutella. You might even toast the bread ahead of time and then butter one side, and then you do the swath of Nutella and get it nice, and because while the bread's warm, you could spread out the Nutella nice and even, and then you throw on the quick coating of mayo, and then you add the cheese.
But do you use like American Singles, or do you use like Velveeta? What do you use for the cheese? Like, what do they recommend?
That's a good question. It looks like in the picture here they probably have. It's real stringy. It almost looks like a cheddar. It doesn't look like.
Well, some people eat. Don't they eat? Well, some people eat like cheddar cheese with their pie and stuff. But I wonder if they eat cheese with the chocolate.
I would go. I I don't know. See, some people are different. Some people like the American singles, and some people like Velveeta. I like a good Velveeta.
Velveeta's good.
Yeah.
Maybe we should try it next time. Just see how many bites we can take.
Yeah, why not?
I can eat this sandwich in 5 bites.
What?
And then you could challenge.
Yeah.
I could eat it in 6.
We could do it.
All right, let's try it.
Yeah.
So we'll try the combination. Save the article so that we know how to do it. And we'll try it, and then we'll let you guys know. Is it really good? Is it one of those odd things that actually the combination is delicious?
Yeah.
Or we upchuck.
Oh. We'll have our pails ready just in case.
Exactly.
Yeah. Could be bad. That's for sure.
Yeah, this is either going to go really well or really bad.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know that Costco now sells the 7-pound tub of Nutella?
Ooh.
I know. I don't have a membership to Costco.
No?
We have a family membership to Sam's Club, and they're opening up this place called BJ's, which I don't know why you choose that name, BJ, but it's kind of like a Costco / Sam's Club. But yeah, I'm going to have to go check this out, because how can you miss for $22 7 pounds of glory? So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, there's the, I don't know, you probably don't watch Ms. and Mrs. on the USA Network.
I did for like a season. They were funny.
Yeah, well, in their second season, they bring home a giant cheese wheel from Costco.
Uh-huh.
And they're trying to decide what to do with it, what they're actually going to do with it.
Okay.
And it's Maurice, Mrs. Wife, who wants this big cheese wheel from Costco.
Because I saw the episode where they went to a restaurant and they had like a pasta in the cheese wheel, and it was like $700 because they had like truffles and stuff in it.
Yep.
Okay.
So she wants one for home.
Okay.
And Ms. is trying to figure out, well, where are we going to store the thing?
Right.
So they can't store it in the fridge. They don't have enough room. They can't store it in a second fridge. They don't have enough room. And they end up keeping it under a giant cloth in a spare room for a while. And then he brings out this tree branch trimmer.
Okay.
To try and cut down the wheel so they can store most of it in the fridge.
All right.
Why they take part of it and store it somewhere else in like a mini fridge. And then the talk show host and chef Robert, he's married to Gail Kim in Impact Wrestling. Robert, I can't remember his name now, but he's coming over for dinner along with a couple other people, and they're gonna have a cooking contest between the two of them to see who can cook better with the cheese. So Miz decides he's going to put the entire thing on this red egg smoker that he bought.
Okay.
And so he puts the entire wheel of cheese on the smoker, and he's going to smoke it. He's going to barbecue it.
Right.
But he I don't remember if he opened up the vents too much or he didn't open it up enough, and he basically sets the entire wheel of cheese on fire.
Nice.
So Robert goes out and, as a housewarming gift, buys him an entire new wheel of cheese. So he has to put up with a second wheel of cheese and figure out how to break it down again at the end of the program, which is pretty funny. But
right.
Yeah, it's good comedy, and
right.
But I think they were making the same dish that Maurice craves, that truffle dish with the cheese. And
you put the pasta like in the cheese wheel, and it kind of like melts it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. They made an episode. So I'm a Real Housewives fan.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I love the show. Like all cities, but the Beverly Hills one, they did that as well. Kyle Richards went and had pasta in a cheese wheel. So it must be the new thing to do.
I think so, yeah. But to invest that much money in a wheel of cheese,
yeah,
I can't see myself doing it. I don't know. That's just me. It's a lot of money,
right?
For just cheese.
Well, and how long does it last? Because cheese does go bad.
It does, but not that quality of cheese and that much cheese. In you simply, if it's the outside that goes bad first.
Okay.
So you would just fillet off whatever has gone bad, and then you keep the rest.
How much was this wheel of cheese?
$900.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Nope.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
You can buy a lot of stuff for $900.
Yeah, you can. And something that's less disposable than cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to remember what Ms. said it smelled like in his
Oh, I'm
in his
sure
car.
it stunk.
Oh, yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Oh.
Yeah. So it just, and what you do with that much, and you're talking a year's supply of cheese for $900. And there's nobody who eats that much cheese.
I mean, I love cheese, but not that much.
I mean, you'd have a solid colon blockage from eating that much cheese.
It just sounds bad.
Oh, it'd be horrible. But
yeah.
I mean, there's somebody out there, and mind you, with that big of a wheel of cheese.
Oh, it's that big?
Oh yeah, it's this big.
That's what she said.
Hey now, it's that big, and it's this deep. It's this tall.
Oh, I had no idea. I was just thinking it's like the ones that they bring the table side, which are still big, but it's, oh my gosh.
No, it looks like a small tractor tire.
Holy crap, that is huge.
Yeah, like a lawn tractor tire.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, and so Ms. is picking this thing up, and he's trying to find a place. I mean, it wouldn't fit on a refrigerator shelf.
No.
So, yeah, it's huge. So, I mean, but that size of a wheel of cheese is meant for like a restaurant.
Right.
Or like a small establishment. It's not meant for, for consumption at a home. Mm-hmm. But Maurice needed it. She decided she needed it, so it was funny.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Season 2, you said?
Yeah, it's season 2, and I think it's like one of the first episodes. It's like episode 1 or 2 or something like that.
Okay.
But it was funny stuff. But so I don't know how you could buy something that big in bulk. But again, you're talking to the guy who could probably, if I had my druthers and I didn't have diabetes, I could probably drink, like 4 2-liters of Coke a day.
Jeez Louise.
So, I'm
that
not
makes my teeth hurt thinking about that.
I'm not the one to judge.
Right. Well.
And
I could eat a whole vat of Nutella, so.
There you go.
Yeah.
So a 7-pound tub of Nutella.
For about $22, you can get 81 servings of this delicious hazelnut spread.
Yeah. So to me, it's not unreasonable, especially for $22.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all.
Nope.
But you what did somebody call? What was the nickname? It was. I heard it called a few weeks ago. The terrorist peanut butter. Is that what they call it?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. It had a weird nickname. But if you think if it's something that you give your kids on the weekend, and you've got 4 or 5 kids,
little baguette.
Yeah.
Little chocolate and a baguette.
Yeah. I mean, then it's worth it for you to buy it in bulk and then keep putting it in the same container, I guess. Yeah.
Well, and if you're ashamed and, that you're buying this big container of Nutella, you can have it shipped for an extra $3.
Oh, really?
Yep.
They offer you that?
Yeah, it says, where is it? Where did I see it? You can buy the tub in Costco stores nationwide or online for an additional $3 delivery fee. Plus, if you're a member, you can get 2-day shipping. I'm liking that 2-day shipping thing.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
So
if you're ashamed, if you're a Nutella closet eater, then
So if you don't want to go in and grab the 7-pound tub and have people look at you funny and point, then you can have it discreetly sent to you.
Yes, exactly.
Boy, if you could get Nutella to team up with Adam and Eve, I mean, you could have yourself a party there.
Jeez Louise.
Just saying.
Oh my gosh, if we have sponsors. Our sponsors, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Nutella and Adam and Eve.
Now get a free video and breadsticks with every purchase.
We when I was in Chicago last year, they have a Nutella store.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like the Holy Land. Just, it was so neat.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. We need a Nutella store here in Minnesota. Well, I don't even live here anymore. How about Michigan?
Well,
I come back to visit.
You'll probably get one in Michigan before Minnesota, I'm guessing.
You think so?
Yeah, we don't keep good stuff around here, man.
Oh, that's right. We had that whole discussion about Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, and
Tim Hortons.
And Krispy Kreme and Tim
Krispy
Hortons.
Kremes, yeah.
We run good stuff out of town because it's not Cub
Yeah.
Cub or Holiday.
Yep. And Krispy Kremes and Tim Hortons do Nutella donuts. So thank you.
Yeah, they do, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Delish.
No, I don't need none of those Nutella donuts. I can go over to Cub and they got the same thing, No, they don't,
No.
Farmer Jones. They don't have the same thing over there. Yeah, I can go over there and I can get my coffee and my donuts and get something for dinner all in the same spot, Yeah, it's just ridiculous. The state doesn't know good taste.
Yeah.
They don't.
Well, now that we're talking about all this Nutella and cheese
Yes.
wheels, I almost said whiz. But you know what? So I came across this article. So this is perfect for us to go into, but it's called, but it's about watching horror movies that can actually make you lose weight.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So a study says watching a horror movie could actually help you lose weight, and here's how. Every movie buff's dream just came true. You can sit in your bed with an extra loaded popcorn tub all while watching your favorite horror movie and still not gain any weight. In fact, you may actually lose some, all by sitting in front of that screen. Now you ask how? According to a study conducted by the University of Westminster, watching an eerie movie could actually help burn calories, and you could shed some extra kilos in the process, or some pounds here in America. A scary movie with a running time of approximately 90 minutes could equal the calorie burn achieved after a 30-minute walking session. So quite a good enough reason to dump that treadmill for a whole new collection of movies or a new Netflix subscription maybe. The study conducted on 10 people highlighted the stress, which is induced during a horror movie, to be the main cause of the weight loss. Researchers found that while watching a horror movie, the heart rate, oxygen intake, and carbon dioxide output of the subjects increased. This, in turn, resulted in suppressed hunger and increased metabolic rates. Not to forget, the scarier the movie, the higher the adrenaline rush, and hence higher the weight loss. The final result, a hot-toned body. So why work out when you can scream away that weight? There's a list of best horror movies all time for you. The Exorcist, Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Conjuring, Ring, The Silence of the Lambs, The Shining. So there's a list of some movies, and wishing everyone a happy workout session.
Nice.
God, I would be really thin, except my problem is I fall asleep during horror movies.
Yeah, especially if they're bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm out like a light.
yeah.
Yeah.
So should we talk about what we were talking about? Earlier?
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of bad horror movies and falling asleep.
Yeah.
So Timmy and I were discussing this idea that we may start this segment, and we're kind of toying around with the idea of what to call it. What did we say?
The name we had for it was Not Enough Drinks to Make Me Watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've decided to assign a horror movie to each other, a really bad one, and see if you're able to make it through it, and then how many drinks did it take to make it through this movie. And then we'll give like a 2-3 minute, kind of review about it. Because if it's really bad, who wants to listen to more than 2 minutes of it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But so that's going to be a new segment we're going to start next episode, I think. It should be fun. And I think I'm going to assign you that one, that zombie train thing.
Oh, the Train to Busan?
Yes, the one you're refusing to watch.
God, really?
Yeah.
Gonna hit me with that right away, huh?
Yeah. I think so, because it's right off the top of my head.
Okay. That means I really got to stretch my knowledge on this one, huh?
Uh-huh.
All right. I don't know what I don't have one off the top of my head.
That's okay.
I have to research it.
No problem.
But there's probably one out there that you'd have to.
There's one out there.
Oh, I'm sure there's a few out there. That's going to take multiple drinks for you to get through. Yeah. I have a few bad horror movie aficionados I can consult out there.
Oh, we're not supposed to get any help.
No. Yeah, it's something I have to.
Yes. Or we can get help from our listeners if they want to email us at ontherocksroxradio@gmail.com. Okay. Throw us a title for us to watch, a really bad horror movie, and see how many drinks it takes us to get through it if we get through it at all.
You know, people are going to be on your side and they're going to load me up with really, really terrible titles.
And I'm all for subtitles, too. I love foreign flicks.
Oh, God, no.
So, yeah.
That's why
Who doesn't love to read a movie?
That's why you're giving me Train to Busan so I can read the entire movie.
And get those glasses on. Hey, I saw your TV. It's huge.
Well, the one down here is by the studio. Yeah, it's a 60-inch. It's not huge, but it's nice. It's
gigantic.
Nice. Well, it just looks big because
it's in that bookcase thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's nice. It's nice size. As long as I can sit downstairs and watch it in the comfort of my recliner with the little massage pad, I'm fine. Okay. And no, don't get any ideas that I'm giving anybody a frothy walrus while I'm watching the movie.
Have your popcorn.
I will. And buy a
some beverages.
24-pack of something.
There you go. Some wine coolers.
Yeah, because it's going to take a lot. I'm sure. Yeah.
And then your vision will just get blurry with all the drinks, and it'll probably make it all better.
Oh, that'll happen with diabetes. Yeah, the more you drink.
I wasn't talking about the diabetes. Now you got all serious on us.
Oh, no. Oh, I thought you meant by the more I drink, the blurrier my vision got.
Not from the diabetes, from drinking.
Oh, okay. What, from all the liver damage?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, that's look forward to that segment. Not enough drinks to make you watch, or make me watch, rather.
Right.
We'll be torturing each other with really bad horror movies, and then we'll give you the review and let you know.
So, bad horror movies, Nutella with cheese and mayonnaise.
Grilled cheese with Nutella and mayo.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, we'll try that. Yeah.
And somewhere in there, I'll go ask a bartender for a frothy walrus and see what happens.
There we go.
And I'll report back. I'm sure. We do have one more segment here, Mallie.
Oh, that's right. We do, don't we?
We do. We have one more segment on the books here. Should we go to it now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. It's time now for us to spill the martini.
For me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on spilt liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made.
Spilling the martini.
It's time once again to talk a little paranormal gossip, or as we say, spill the martini. So our first story is about Ariana Grande. It sounds like she's more obsessed with Halloween than all of America combined. Many people might know Ariana Grande as a super singer with a sweet personality. In the past several years, the 26-year-old has released numerous catchy songs that made music listeners all over the world fall in love with her and her talent. Except when she licked that donut. Remember when she licked the donut?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That was just bad.
That was a bizarre story.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
However, while Grande is well known for her music career, what a lot of people might not realize is that she's actually a really big fan of Halloween. In fact, Grande is not like any other person who just dresses up for Halloween. She actually is obsessed with all things related to this holiday. It's said that she has loved scary things since she was young. Her obsession with Halloween seemed to have started when she was a kid. Her mother, Joan, was described to be goth before goth was goth, which perhaps explains why Grande grew up to love horror stuff. When Grande was a child, her mother once threw her a Jaws-themed birthday party. Joan shared with Elle magazine, most of the kids were running, screaming because I had Jaws playing on a huge screen. The parents were like, "Are you crazy? Our kids don't watch this." But it was Ariana's favorite movie. Of course, Halloween is the Grande household, which also... Let's try that again. Of course, Halloween in the Grande household was also a huge event. Joan liked to decorate the house with unusual decorations, such as body parts. Oh, she's creative. I did the house up in things that would give normal children nightmares, she told Al. Well, that's great. I would go to the butcher shop, get hearts and organs or lungs, And the kids would paint blood on the walls. That's a little extreme, don't you think? They say that Grande still goes out for all Halloween as an adult. She still enjoys the Halloween holiday just as much. She once said that it was her favorite holiday, bar none. So it is not surprising that Grande often has some interesting costumes for fans to see. She has been known to dress up as an angel, a vampire, and even a chicken. Grande also sometimes goes for matching costumes with other people. Back when she was still on the show Victorious, Grande and her co-star Elizabeth Gillies dressed up as each other's characters. And when Grande was still dating Mac Miller, the couple had matching costumes in 2016 and 2017. She likes to give haunting performances. Since she is a singer, there's no doubt that she enjoys combining her passion for music with her love for hair-raising performances. In October 2018, she took the stage on NBC's A Very Wicked Halloween, a TV special that commemorated Wicked's 15th anniversary on Broadway. Grande performed a spine-chilling rendition of the song The Wizard and I. Earlier that year, Grande also channeled her mother's goth spirit in a short performance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. The singer played a game of musical genre challenge and sang Kendrick Lamar's Humble in a goth rock version. She does believe in ghosts and demons. Her love for Halloween doesn't just stop at those scary movies and costumes. She believes in ghosts and demons as well, and the singer herself gave us a glimpse into her obsession with them many times. For example, back in 2011, Grande told Twitter followers that her house in Boca Raton, Florida, is haunted, though the ghost there is reportedly a nice one. Additionally, she believes that the Nickelodeon studio where she filmed Victorious also has some spirit activities. Nick on Sunset is one haunted building, she wrote. I want to go find this ghost we keep hearing. In an interview with Complex in 2013, she also talked about a spooky incident that she had when she visited Stull Cemetery in Kansas City. She said, I felt this sick, overwhelming feeling of negativity over the whole car, and we smelled sulfur. Well, someone just kind of let one loose. A little left cheek sneak.
Left cheek sneak.
Yep. Which is a sign of a demon. How come always sulfur is a sign of a demon? And there was a fly in the car randomly. Okay, I just had a mosquito in my car today. And that drove me nuts. I was like, dude, that is so annoying when you've got a mosquito in the car because you're like, just don't bite me. Just don't bite me. It's like flying around. You're like swinging at it.
A mosquito from Satan.
Yes, I'm telling you. Which is another sign of a demon, she says. I was like, this is scary. Let's leave. I rolled down the window before we left and said, we apologize. We didn't mean to disrupt your peace. Then I took a picture, and there are 3 super distinct faces in the picture. They're faces of textbook demons. Apparently, Grande tried to send the photo to her manager, though an error kept appearing that said it had 666 megabytes, so she simply deleted it. So there you go. Sulfur, a fly. Yeah.
And a satanic error.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yes. Demons. It's demons, everybody.
It's always demons.
I know, right?
That's always the answer.
Uh-huh.
Demons.
Meanwhile, it's just the person in the front seat.
Yeah, it's just somebody with the left cheek sneak,
Yep.
which, by the way, the Vikings tried running a lot last week and never got past Green Bay. It's terrible.
But they're still better than the Lions.
Oh, that's true. Those poor Lions.
I know, but, Michigan, they are devoted fans.
I was watching an NFL video for the 100th anniversary, and it was going over the history of the league. Uh-huh. And the year that the Lions were established, they were asking why the Detroit Lions were named the Lions, and the owners of the Lions at the time said the reason that the Lions were named the Lions were so that it was the name that was supposed to be established for the monarch of the league, and that it would be the pride of the league for all time. And I went, boy, if that isn't the biggest line of bullshit I've ever heard. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh. Well, yeah. Poor Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kitties. Motor City Kitties. Mm-hmm. I got a story in front of me here, Mallie.
Okay.
Speaking of celebrities,
yes.
12 different celebrities are unveiling their spooky stories just in time for the fall season, coming up on Halloween. Miley Cyrus was speaking to LUK Not luck, by the way. I'm not
Right.
spelling here, but the magazine LUK. And that's not spelling luck either. Miley revealed that one ghostly event had her moving from her London apartment she was residing in at the time to a hotel. One night, my little sister was standing in the shower, and all of a sudden, I hear her scream, she said. I run in there, and the water had somehow flipped to hot, but she hadn't turned it, and it was burning her. She was really red. She then saw a ghastly figure that resembled a little boy, and after various incidents occurred in the apartment, which used to be an old bakery, her family moved. Later, they found out a possible reason behind the events. We found out that there was this older man that owned it, the bakery that is, and his son lived there with him there. And I guess the wife died, she said. So it was the son and the dad that lived there in the bakery, and then the dad died, and the son took over the bakery, and I thought I was seeing the son. It was interesting. There you go. So it's just a lot of I thought and I saw. Yeah.
Well, she's a weird one.
She is. She is. She's definitely going through her stuff right now,
Yes,
too.
she is, isn't she?
Yeah. Kate Hudson revealed in an interview for the 2005 horror movie The Skeleton Key that she had paranormal experiences plenty of times. That's in quotes. I've seen a ghost of a woman with no face, and that was really creepy. Another time, my grandmother came to me, and I woke up and felt amazing that she was around me. That was it on that one.
Oh.
Just Grandma showed up.
Did you like this, The Skeleton Key? I like that movie.
You know, I never saw it, to be honest with
It
you.
was good.
Yeah?
I think they filmed it right before Hurricane Katrina happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think that was what the story was.
Interesting. Cher thinks her late ex-husband, Sonny Bono, who died in a skiing accident in 1998, is haunting her through her lights.
Okay.
At least Sonny could turn them off.
Right.
at night. Save her a few pennies.
Exactly.
I love ghosts. I actually think Sonny makes a light go on, she said. I have a beautiful chandelier that he makes the light go on when it is possible, or when it is impossible, rather. There is no power on, she went on to say. She also told TMZ he's playing with them. It's a totally peaceful thing.
Okay.
So you go, Sonny Bono playing with the lights.
Would you ever want your loved one to come back and communicate?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know if playing with the lights would be the way I want him to do it.
But yeah.
You know, a nice apparition saying, hey, how you doing? So I know it's definitely them, yeah.
Right.
But, playing with the lights, we can do without.
Yeah.
Yeah. The late Anna Nicole Smith revealed in 2004 that she had, how should we put this?
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, relations with a ghost. Yeah. This is how I'd like the ghost to come forward, as long as it's one that I know.
Yes.
And can identify easily.
And they're not doing the Alabama.
Yeah, the Alabama seesaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need a couple of relatives coming forward giving me the Alabama seesaw. According to Anna Nicole, a ghost would crawl up my leg and have sex with me at an apartment a long time ago in Texas, she said. I used to think it was my boyfriend, and one day I woke up and it wasn't. I was like a spirit and... It was like a spirit and went up, she said. I don't know, that's a weird quote.
Right.
I was freaked out about it, but then I was like, well, you know what? He's never hurt me, and he just gave me some amazing sex, so I have no problem. That lady was laid back.
Yeah, apparently.
Yep. There was no such thing as a ghost rapist in her world, that's for sure. Jessica Alba. In 2008, Jessica had told a story about her ghostly encounter in which she believes she was attacked by a ghost when she was 17. She said, I had no idea what it was. I felt this pressure and I couldn't get up. I couldn't scream. I couldn't talk. I couldn't do anything. Something definitely took the covers off me, and I definitely couldn't get off the bed. And then once I did, I screamed. I ran to my parents' room, and I don't think I spent many nights in that house ever again, she said. She continued, there definitely was something in my parents' old house. I don't know what it was. I can't really explain it, but they got it blessed, and they burned sage and stuff since then. Interesting. Yeah. Selena Gomez revealed on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon that she's a big believer in the spirit world. In fact, she said she even uses an app on her phone to check if there are any spirits around her.
Oh, is it that ghost radar thing?
Yeah, particularly while on tour. She said, I believe that spirits can tap into technology. Probably not the ghost radar. She told this to Jimmy. She said, when he seemed skeptical, she said, look, I was in a venue and it actually said people in my life by name. But not the ghost radar. Keanu Reeves has previously...
I like him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Bill and Ted 3 is coming out here this fall.
I just saw, what's that movie called? Something Wick.
John Wick 3.
Yeah, I just saw the third one. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, good movie.
I mean, it's basically just like all action, but it's still good.
And it's not much of a departure from 1 and 2, but,
I still like it.
Still good stuff.
It's all about a dog.
That's right. That's right. If you ever piss off a dog owner, you've got 3 good templates for what's going to happen.
Yep.
Keanu Reeves has previously spoken about seeing a ghost in family's new apartment in New York City when he was a child. All of a sudden, we're looking down at the doorway, and this jacket comes waving through the doorway. Just an empty jacket. There's no head. There's no body. There's no legs. It's just there, and then it disappears. And I was a little kid, so I was like, okay, well, that's interesting. Just this little kid seeing a jacket.
Right.
Didn't freak out. Didn't go running to mom and dad. He was just like, oh, interesting little jacket. Kendall Jenner says, I do believe in ghosts. I don't know if I've ever seen one, but I've experienced some pretty ghosty situations. She revealed in a video with Vogue, adding that she believes a ghost lives in Kris Jenner's house. In the house my mom lives in, Kylie and I would always hear footsteps on the roof while no one was home, she said. Kylie's shower used to turn on all the time, and we never knew why. So, yeah, I'm convinced it was a ghost. No, the footsteps could be any amount of birds or rodents.
Right. Yeah. Well, I know that the other sisters believe in it. They do the psychic stuff.
Oh, okay. But, the shower turning on and off by itself.
Yeah, that's a little bit odd.
Definitely demonic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Along with the smell of sulfur.
Right. And a fly.
Right. Exactly. Matthew McConaughey claimed in 2009 that his house was once haunted by a ghost by the name of Madame Blue, but he eventually got her to leave. He says, I was not even under the influence and she was there.
I like how he's got to point that out.
Right. Well, you do need the
because that's everyone's first thing was he was probably high as a kite.
Probably. She wasn't that happy. It didn't seem like she was going to be much fun to hang around or have in my house. So I went ahead and stood my ground. I opened the door and said, you can move around all you want, but I'm not going anywhere. For weeks, everyone that came to the house said the same thing. There's something down in that hall. There's somebody down in that hall.
That's so creepy.
Just went, all right.
Exactly.
She can stay all she wants.
I'm going to play the bongos.
That's right. I'm going to play some bongos, smoke some weed.
Yep.
Madam Blue can have some if she wants. Allison Hannigan from How I Met Your Mother. And
also band camp with a flute.
Oh, yeah, and also from American Pie. Yeah.
Yep.
Also believes that she has a ghost in her home, except she's more than happy to keep him around. She said, I have a ghost in my house. I don't know why he's there, but he's friendly. He's very friendly. She said, I saw the silhouette of a man standing in the bathroom doorway. I was like, sweetie, what are you doing? Oh, that's so nice. Mm-hmm. I thought it was Alexis, but then I looked, and Alexis was asleep next to me. Oh, not good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lucy Hale went on to say, I have a ghost in my house. The Pretty Little Liars star told Hollywood Teen Zine. Doors close, not slam, but they close. And I have a motion sensor that lights up my apartment, and I swear it lights up sometimes when there's nothing under it. And my dog barks a lot. I don't feel threatened, but it definitely freaks me out. Emma Stone said during a 2014 interview with David Letterman, she said that she had several paranormal encounters with her late grandfather. There's a long family history with quarters. My grandfather leaves quarters. It's him. It's absolutely him, she explained. While she never met her grandfather, she insisted that he is the cause of the phantom coins. It's not a logical thing, it's magical, Emma went on to say. So there you go.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's your 12 celebrities who have had Hollywood hauntings. They've had their ghosty...
The paranormal experiences.
Yeah, their ghosty sightings.
Mm-hmm. Well, for our Australian friends who watch The Bachelor, the Bachelor Mansion is supposedly haunted by a ghost named Colin. The Bachelor Australia Mansion is apparently haunted by a ghost named Colin that lived in the contestant's bedroom during filming. Helena Sauser and Chelsea McLeod revealed to NW that they shared a room with the spirit. I shared a room with Chelsea and our ghost Colin too. He also caused us a few sleepless nights in the mansion, Helena said. But Colin was a welcome addition to the house as he seemed to prevent the other girls from shacking up with them. Chelsea and I told the other girls our room in the mansion was haunted by Colin the ghost, so they wouldn't move in with us. They were actually scared of him, but he is a friendly ghost. Booty contestant Rachel Arahill seemed to back up Colin's existence when she responded to a post on the Batchy Funny Instagram account. Really saddened to hear that there's a thief operating in and around Sydney this weekend, specifically targeting bachelor girls and stealing only the bikini tops. Stay safe, ladies, and sending you some love. Fan account Batchy Funny joked in a caption for a post that showed a couple contestants wearing minimum clothing. The Bachelor Mansion ghost Era Hill replied. So I've only watched one episode of Bachelor, and that was however many years ago. So, and then this is Australia, so I didn't even know.
I had no
I forgot
idea,
that they all lived in one place together.
Yeah, they tend to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's easier to get to know each other that way.
Yeah,
I guess. But no Alabama seesaws or frothy walruses happening there, I'm sure.
No.
Just saying.
But with all those cameras, though, because don't they put cameras everywhere in those houses?
Yeah.
You would think that they would capture something.
Oh, I'm sure, but I don't know how much of it makes TV.
Yeah, that's true.
How much of it hits the editing room floor, or how much of it goes home with the editor.
Well, that's oh, that's wrong.
Well, I'm just saying.
That's wrong.
You never know.
Yeah.
Be careful of what you do behind closed doors,
Yeah.
especially on shows like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. You ready for this story?
Yeah.
All right. Korn's Jonathan Davis, in an interview with NME's James McMahon, claims he has remains of at least 7 people in his house.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. When interviewed by James McMahon, Jonathan Davis opened up and got personal. James asks the question, you've always had death in your life. You used to work as a mortician. You're famously interested in serial killers and the paranormal. Did those interests help or hinder your processing of pain when you came to lose people who were very real to you? Jonathan went on to say this, I don't know. I've just always been drawn to the dark stuff. As I've got older, I've started to understand the importance of balance. My house, which is full of some effing crazy dark things. Forgive me if I don't just say the full swear word, because I won't.
Okay.
Okay. I'll keep it PG for our audience. Is actually quite a peaceful place. People always say that when they come to visit, there's a good balance between light and dark. For me, peace is that fine line between the two. But I can't deny that I haven't always been fascinated by really dark things, although as a person, I think I come from a place of light. I'm kind, I'm not mean or cruel, I want to help people. James then says, tell me about the dark stuff. Jonathan goes on to say, well, I F around with America's most prominent TV paranormal investigator. Think Yvette Fielding gone emo. I've never thought of Zach Bagans that way.
No, I haven't either.
No, but that's
a first.
That's how Jonathan Davis of Korn describes Zach Bagans. I don't know that Zach would agree with that.
Probably not.
I've known Zach a long time. I don't think he's ever thought of himself as
a woman?
Emo Yvette Fielding. He might be.
Plus, she screams a lot. He doesn't really scream that much.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
No, I think he'd be slightly offended. Mm-hmm. I've seen some serious paranormal dark entities. He says shit, but
You're right.
and I love it. I don't know why. That stuff, the paranormal, it's real. I swear it's real. It's like it's all about death, but it makes me feel alive. That's what Jonathan went on to say. Mm-hmm. McMahon asks, how did you come to meet Zach Baggins? Jonathan says, we both collect creepy stuff, so we knew each other that way, but I really wanted to go to his museum in Las Vegas, a 33-room mansion in downtown Vegas that's filled with what Baggins says are the world's most haunted items. NME has been, it says here in the article. It's a trip. It is a trip, that's for sure. I reached out and he took me on a tour, Davis said. That led to us becoming good friends. He's a great dude. He comes to the shows. You can see the effect his paranormal investigations have had on him, though. He carries it around. It's in him, Davis went on to say. Did you believe in the paranormal before you met Zach? McMahon asked. And Jonathan said, dude, I've been seeing ghosts since I was a little effing child. I believe. I totally believe. McMahon asked then, you've had a long history with mental illness and trauma. Respectfully, is that a more likely explanation for what you've seen than what you've seen being ghosts? He went on to say, I don't think so. I mean, I'll see things in the corner of my eye in my house. I'll just be like, oh, hey, because at this point, they're there all the time. There's bangs on my walls all the time. Stuff flies off the walls. And at this point, it doesn't even scare me. They're just there. All I wish for them is peace. I wish they could cross over. I was scared when I was a kid, he went on to say. McMahon then says, you had some seriously horrible stuff happen to you in your life. You were sexually abused as a child by an adult. Is there any connection with you seeking out dark stuff now, do you think? Jonathan Davis went on to say, I think it all comes back to balance. I know I keep saying that, but I think it's a real thing. There's a lyric on the Nothing's closing number, Surrender to Failure, that says, for every good thing I've done, there's a price to pay. I think all the positive stuff I've done for kids with corn has meant I've had to live the life I've led. I lost my wife, my son has type 1 diabetes. I've had, he says, shit thing after shit thing happen in my life, but that has resulted in some real good elsewhere. And I'm lucky, man, he says. Life is an effing gift. People would give their effing nuts to be me. I don't feel sorry for myself. It's just how it is. McMahon says, then you've talked about your house a few times. It's obviously an important place to you. What's the creepy stuff you own? He says, I have the remains of at least 7 people in my house. He says, I've got shrunken heads, skulls. I've got swords that have been used to decapitate people. I have a huge haunted doll collection. I got them from all over the world, and they've got all different stories, which I find fascinating. I get them from antique shops. I like giving them a home. I know a few owners at various places, and they normally give me a tip-off if they get something in that they think I'll like. I mean, you can feel stuff in these dolls. You get up close, and it's in them. So I take them home, and I put what I've bought with the other dolls. I had a spiritual barrier made with certain stones and sage that fences them off and protects me. McMahon then said, is there anything that's too dark that you wouldn't want in your home? Jonathan Davison went on to say, I don't know, man. If I'm interested in something, then I'd probably look into it. I'm an equal opportunities collector. Some people collect cars. Some people collect baseball cards. I collect this shit. I do feel a bit differently about serial killers to how I used to, though. I used to be obsessed with trying to understand why they did what they did. I was a mortician. I did autopsies. Of course, I was interested in them, but I think there's something a bit gross about that now. I think I'm much more affected by the victim stories now and less into the fetishing insane broken people. McMahon asks, you've been talking about balance. Where does the light come into your life? And he says, being a father, from being someone who's gone through a lot of stuff and come out the other side, as have many of my bandmates, who kids can look up to and take strength from, I want them to think, hey, this guy has fought through stuff. I think I can too. That's why we keep doing corn. It isn't about doing a job. It's about putting some light into people's lives and being the change you want to see, you know? And there you go. If you want to see more, you can go to nme.com to their music section and check out the interview with Jonathan Davis. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know all that stuff about him.
Yeah. Interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm. So that's that for our stories, huh? Spilling the martini.
That's it for spilling the martini. I think that pretty much does it for the week.
Yeah.
For the month.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm like, I'm ready to drink next week, Mallie.
What's the next astrological sign?
You know what? After Leo, because that's Leo, we did Leo, didn't we?
Right. Yes. Is it Virgo?
It's my sign. It's Virgo. Yeah.
Ooh, maybe I should have you pick the drink.
I thought it was just whatever was Virgo.
Well, yeah, but there's like 10 drinks to pick from.
Is there?
Under Virgo.
In
yeah.
Virgo?
Yeah, each astrological sign has like 10 drinks. Yeah. So I'll have you pick the next one.
That sounds like a plan.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I can't wait. It's probably going to be like the lightest drink in there, the froofiest drink I can find.
Uh-huh.
It'll probably be like a cotton candy snowball lemon drop fizzy something.
Okie dokie.
That's all I got in me.
All right.
I'm sure, yeah.
Well, that's it then.
That'll do it for this month, and we'll see you again next month. Again,
Yes.
if you want to email us, again, if you have story suggestions, if you want to insult Mallie and have me answer you in the Hold My Drink segment.
Right.
Pardon me, I was trying to get my drink down there. I was drinking a little bit of my fortune teller there. By the way, we have another fortune cookie here, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we should open this one
Okay.
fortune cookie while I go on with this promo.
Right.
If you have an insult for Mallie for the
Right.
Hold My Drink segment, you want to, or you just want to have a suggestion for the show.
Or movies. Movie suggestions.
Yes,
like
movie
bad
suggestions.
movies.
Right, bad movies that you want to torture either one of us in
Yes.
with the Not Enough Drinks to Make Me Watch segment.
Right.
Where we do movie reviews of bad movies and tell you exactly how many drinks it took us to stay in there and watch the, oh my God, this is not a fortune.
Mine's not either.
Yeah.
David Fong needs to get some new ones.
Exactly. Then just send your suggestions, stories, whatever you have for us to ontherocksradio@gmail.com. Once again, that's ontherocksradio@gmail.com. Again, guys, we know we did the game show today
Yes.
of cock and tail or cocktails. Again, no suggestions for Mallie to the mailbox of sexual positions. We'll take the cocktail suggestions.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you try to slide any dick pics in there, it's probably going to be intercepted by me.
Right.
You'll never see it. So.
Yes, thank you for that. So, what does your thing say real quick?
Just be yourself. You are wonderful.
Well, you are wonderful.
Oh, thanks.
Mine says you will always be surrounded by true friends.
Aw.
Aww. All right, on that note, let's wrap it up. All right, everyone, thank you so much for listening to our second episode. We love doing this, and we will see you next month. Bye-bye.